Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back to Yelling at the Mic. That's what I'm calling it. That's Nam's show. It's Nam yelling at the mic. It's what I do. Sitting here screaming at it. Charlie's by the Lakes on the 14th of this month. I will be there at the Stratus Event Center during fight night. I will be there doing comedy at the... Don't know that show, but I'll put it right here on the 23rd. I just don't know the location, but it's for vets and it's free and you guys should come check it out. And then at Diablo Rooftop in downtown Phoenix on the 24th, I will be there. So please get your tickets. I will put the ticket link in the bio. Thank you very much. Get those tickets because I need to sell them. It's going to be a very fun time. It's on a rooftop. Who doesn't like comedy in the wind? Also, on the 27th, I will be at Desert Ridge Improv. And then on the 16th of June, I will be in Bullhead City next to Laughlin. That's going to be a really fun show. Once you guys go out that, I will be nice set. And then July 3rd, I'll be in Flex F, but that doesn't matter. Okay. So I did this thing about the fact that you're not allowed to park in LA, right? You can live on the street in LA, but you can't park. So I made a thing about that. And people tend to comment on it and said, hey, you're tone deaf. And, you know, I just want to take a second, right? And I just want to take the opportunity right now before I continue this, because I'm probably going to get a lot of episodes in and it's going to go for a while. So I just want to let you guys know now, you don't have to listen to it, you know? Like, this is my opinion. This is how I feel. I do it for me. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. If you listen to this, you're freaking beautiful. All right? And you're yelling with me. All right? You're pissed with me. If you're listening to this, you're a G and you're mad with me because I'm yelling at the mic. So don't comment on my thing and go, hey, man, I don't like your opinion. You're a little tone deaf. Hey, guess what? I got something you might like. Not going to say it, though, because I don't want to get flagged right away. But you know what I'm talking about. So now that I got that across, let's talk about the UFC, baby. Who watched Sean Strickland take the freaking American pride back, huh? Did anybody else watch that Sean Strickland fight when he was beating Chimaev in that second round? Chimaev was like falling all over the place. And we'll get to the fact that he didn't have the weight cut thing, you know, and he was trying to go to 205. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. But let's just talk about the American glory that was, dude. How cool was that? I'm going to let you guys know. When I saw Chimaev go for the takedown and Strickland sprawled on him and he stuffed the takedown, when I saw that, you know what played in my head? Some folks are born made to wave the flag. Oh, that red, white, and blue. Like, I was, dude... Oh my gosh. I was like, this is, yes, you know, and he's going to lose it. I mean, his next fight, he might lose it. Like if Chimaev is like, hey, I'm going to get a real weight cut and like actually have a camp for this fight. Yeah, he's going to lose it. But, you know, hey, just for a split second, it was like, let's go. And then all these, like, I love edits, dude. All these edits on like Instagram where it's like, you know, Sean Strickland talking about his dad. And then it just like, he's like, my dad was the boogeyman. And then I headbutted him right in the nose. And then it just like plays a clip from him just beating Chimaev's ass. You're like, dude, that's great. That's great. And we needed that, right? But now can I talk about the fact that this is a little bit WWE-ish? Anybody feel that? Am I the only one? Like, I hate to be the tinfoil hat. Like, I'm not wearing my tinfoil hat, but let's just put it on for 2 seconds. Everybody, let's just put it on together. It does feel a little fake, right? Like, it kind of feels like they're paying a lot of money. And I know these guys are professional fighters. I am not saying that right now, okay? All right, everybody? All right, I'm not saying that. Don't put me on trial. I'm just saying, right? It's a little stagey, dude. It's a tiny bit. They hate each other. It's this big beef. They used to train. All these videos are coming out. It's this whole thing. And then Sean Strickland wins. And then, you know, Chimaev puts a belt on him. It seems a little stagey, right? Does it not? WWE-ish. Just a tiny bit. And then like everything about everything. It just all seems a little WWE-ish. I'm just saying, just a couple of the fights have felt like that, okay? Lately, they have felt a little bit like that. Now, this might get dark, okay? And it's going to get dark, but Chimaev is like this huge deal in his country, right? So 2 dudes bet everything on Chimaev. And when I say everything, I mean every single thing on Chimaev. the house, the wife's jewelry, the cars, the property. And like, I think one of them got up to like 1.4 million. And then he puts on a performance like that where he goes for a takedown and falls on the ground. We'll play it right here. And you bet the house on that. He gives that performance, and I don't want to get flagged. You can look this up. I'm just going to put the article right here. Those two guys. Yeah, for real, dude. You bet the whole house on it. Now, this is where I understand where people call me tone deaf, because this is going to be tone deaf. But it's so crazy how the whole country of Uzbekistan, two dudes, right, did that? The whole country reported on it. Hey, guess what? That's happening every day in Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome to freedom, baby. I'm not saying it's good. That's terrible. Sit over here, you're doing that. Fuck you. It's bad. It's so bad that it should be talked about. Maybe let's stop talking about betting on every single stream and every video you watch, right? Because like literally, dude, you can't watch a video without them talking about rain bet. And look what it's doing, dude. This has been, dude, it's been happening forever, bro. Like this has literally been happening forever. And the whole country is like blowing their mind. This is because, I'm going to tell you what it is, Uzbekistan. I'm talking to the whole country right now. Is because you guys haven't had a star like that really break into the industry that hard. Like, I mean, and I'm not a casual, okay? Don't get this in some weird wrapped up casual thing. I think that Khamzat Chimaev, in the sense of like young dudes who are betting the house on shit and young like drinking 20-something-year-olds who are in the casino actually betting money. He has more star power than Islam. When it comes to those kind of people who are actually doing those really stupid bets, everyone knows who the boogeyman, Khamzat Chimaev, everyone knows who he is. Apparently, the weigh-in between Chimaev and Strickland was the most watched weigh-in, or it's like the third most watched weigh-in besides like Connor and Jose, right? Or Jose. So he has that kind of power. And I think that the country's starting to realize what it's like to have somebody that is so media-based that like you let the media become your envision of what this person is. We do that in America all the time. That's our thing. We'll let the media depict who somebody is in our lives. That's just what we do. We're so influenced by these things, right? And we've always done that in America, and we've always done that in Western civilization. Just now in those kind of civilizations, they're getting to that point where they have these celebrities that influence people on their lives, and it's not even who the celebrity really is. Like even look at Islam. Islam fought and is fighting and is the best in the world. He's pound for pound. He's not the boogeyman scare. No, he's proved it, right? What Chimaev had was he's the boogeyman. He's the scary media guy. You let the media depict what you thought of about Chimaev. You didn't actually take a second and like think about his whole thing, right? And I'm not saying that he's not great or whatever. I'm just saying that like you got to think about it before you bet the whole house on somebody. You got to think about that. Don't do what Drake does. Dude, I want to know right now, I want to do the math on how much Drake has lost on betting against Jake Paul. Like that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. You let the media depict that like Jake Paul is this Disney kid who doesn't know how to box and all this. And it's like, no, man, Jake Paul's one of the hardest working people in boxing right now because he's got the money to do it. A lot of the people who are better boxers than Jake Paul don't have the money to pay the coaches in the gyms that it takes to be as good as Jake Paul is right now. Like how many wrestlers have wanted to be where Logan Paul is? That's why if you ask what's the best base for any career right now, what's the best base? Social media. Any career you want to do right now, you want to be an actor? Get good on social media. You want to be a famous doctor? Go to TikTok. You want to be a famous comedian? Start crowd working. Right? Like anything you want to do, your base is social media right now. That's it. There you go. So point is, stop betting. That you can bet on anything right now, which is a very worrisome. Like right now, you can bet on the war, on Polybet. You can bet on like, hey, do you think America's actually going to go in the war? And you can bet on that. And what's the benefit for that, you know? Betting on the war. You're like, oh, I won. We got into World War III. Well, what are you going to do with $500 when you don't have a house anymore because everything's gone and it got blown up. You know, like what are we gonna do, dude? So, okay, moving on. Oh, dude, I am so pissed right now. I'm so pissed right now, guys. I'm actually mad. To be honest about this, I'm pissed. Okay, this is the time where you can leave the podcast if you don't want to hear how pissed I am. Okay? So, I'm going to explain to you guys why money, okay, and going to the place where it's a little bit more expensive matters. So, my wife loves pho, right? Pho. The Vietnamese soup with everybody, it's a huge thing. Okay, my wife loves it. So I take her to pho, which is cheap. It's a cheap place. I don't think if you can find expensive pho where I'm at, I mean, go ahead, right? But like, it's a cheap neighborhood place. It never made me sick. It's a good spot, right? So we go there. We walk in. The first thing this guy, he immediately looks around. He says for two, it's like, okay, it's like this young 19-year-old guy, okay? He says, how does this table sound? Now, obviously it's my wife, so I'm going to stand up for my wife. But my wife, whenever he said this table and not the booth, she did let out a little, right? Like, and he turned around and gave her a dirty look real quick, right? No, I didn't even, whatever, okay, right? Like, I get it. That was between them. She shouldn't have made the noise. He shouldn't have looked at her like that. And I just kind of was like, I looked at him. I was like, hey, watch it for a second. But like, whatever. Okay. We sat down. Okay. He puts down the two menus. He walks away. Doesn't say anything. We sit there. We look through the menu. We've been at this place 9,000 times. We know what we want, right? What normally happens when you sit at a restaurant? What do? They put the menus down. They say, hey, do you want anything to drink? Right? Water, maybe. Maybe put down something, silverware, something. So this kid walks away. He's like standing there with this like other younger girl, and you could tell they're like, they got chemistry, whatever. I don't care if it's a love story. I don't give a shit. Point is they're sitting there talking. He's sitting on the phone. They're hanging out. Now, at this point, we've been looking at the menu for maybe 4 minutes. It's fucking soup. It's fucking soup. You have 4 options. Chicken, beef, shrimp, or all together. There's 4 options. It's soup. It shouldn't take longer than 14 fucking seconds. At this point, it's been like 3.5 minutes. And I start getting a little agitated. I'm a fat Jewish Italian, okay? I get fucking mad when I don't eat. So I start looking at the guy. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I start looking at the girl. They're making fucking eye contact with me, okay? I'm looking over. I put the menus down at this point. I'm looking over. I've made contact with him about 4 fucking times at this point, okay? About two more minutes goes by. Then the kid walks up, chewing gum, goes, what do you want? Okay. Now, I don't normally treat workers bad. I really don't. Okay, I'm not a fucking trouble out and about. I'm genuinely, I'm not that aggressive as I fucking seem on the podcast. I know I'm giving 5 fingers to a table right now, but I'm not that bad, okay? But the moment this fucking kid said, what do you want? My blood, at this point, my skin started bubbling. My wife said, what's wrong? And I said, because my blood's fucking boiling right now, and I'm going to lose my shit. He didn't even ask, what do you want to drink or anything, right? So my wife goes, well, I'll have a water, which is like, okay, I'm not going to order my food before my fucking drink. That makes no sense. So she said, well, I'll have a water first. And then I said, you know what? No. My wife said, oh God, no. And that's funny because my wife knows my triggers. And I said, you know what? No. And she knew that right when I said that, it's like I threw a fucking Pokemon into the battlefield. She said, shit. The battle is on. I just turned in from Yugi to Yu-Gi-Oh! And I asked the kid, I said, hey man, why did it take you 5 minutes to ask us what we wanted to drink? Because I saw you standing over there flirting with the worker, and I'm just wondering like what it was. Because I knew he gave my wife a dirty, so I know what it was, right? He's kind of angry, right? So I'm like, what was it? And then the kid goes, I was giving you guys like a second to decide what you want. I said, okay. But normally how it goes is you would like ask us what we want to drink and like ask us how we're doing or whatever, like say your name or anything. And then you would give us a second to go while you go and get the drink, and just, it's more proactive. And the kid goes, I have the right to refuse service. I'm a changed man. So I just looked at the guy. I said, hey, buddy, if you ever want to not be working at a restaurant for the rest of your fucking life, and you actually want to take credit in something you're doing, you got to learn how to do it right. No one told you to get this fucking job at the pho place. Okay? No one told you to do it. Like, no one told me to be a stand-up comedian, but I do it, and I do it the best of my ability. So, hey, if you're going to work at the fucking full place, do it at the best of your ability, right? I just gave the young lad some advice. And now, this is something I forget about, that I am a larger man, in that some people aren't as gifted and as large. So when I did stand up from my seat, I did realize that he was about 5 foot and I am 6'2", and I had 250 fucking pounds. So like, I was staring down at this guy and I did feel bad. So I just said it quickly and I walked out. And then we went to our local Italian restaurant called fucking Dino's and got the best service on this side of the Mississippi, baby. Let's go. Fucking Italian Greeks, huh? They know how to do it. They treat you like family. We walk in there, the manager literally smile from ear to ear, knows my name, asks us how the wedding's doing, talks to us, gives us free dessert. Fuck off. That's why you spend the money. Yeah, dishes are $25 a piece, but it's worth it. Hey, I guarantee at a nice Italian restaurant, there isn't going to be a waiter chewing fucking gum over you. I guarantee you. That's my story. I'm pissed. What else we got here? I'm really mad I'm getting old because my knees hurt. That's it. I'm pissed. No, I'm so pissed right now. I'm really mad, actually, because everything hurts. You know? What's going on with that, man? I'm 26 years old, both knees, in so much pain. I'm hurting, dude. I don't know what's going on. Like, come on, man. Like, when the going gets tough and it gets serious, your boy can move around. He's swift with it, right? I'm good when I'm working out. Everything's fine and chill. You know, your boy's loosey-goosey. I can run fast. But my fucking knees hurt, dude. What is happening with that, huh? It's kind of fucking a problem, to be honest. They're hurting right now as I'm sitting here. So I'm mad about that. If you're growing old, stop. Right? Because fucking holy shit. Stop worrying about the hantavirus. The hantavirus, I've lived in places with mice. It's like a thing. Like it's like so normal. Like, it's fine, dude. A lot of people have it because they were probably, I think everybody got the hantavirus on a cruise ship. Hey, how about we check the cruise ship for mice? Right? Isn't that what happened? Hey, let's check the cruise ship for mice. All right, guys. I'm Nam Johnson, yelling at the mic. Episode 3. Love you guys so much. God bless. Have a great time. I'll see you guys. Go to my shows. Go to my website, namjohnsоncomedy.com. Go check me out. Mwah. Love you. Bye. Get the fuck out of here.